Welcome back, I'm Sean. Today we got another iteration of the Soundpeats ANC high-res audio headphones in the studio. So coming right after the Soundpeats Space. So let's check it out. So today's headphones were sent over to me by C+ Malaysia for review, and although these were sent over to me, this is not a sponsored post and this review is as usual, will be based on my honest and unbiased opinion. So you can see that the Soundpeats A8 is like the baby brother of the Soundpeats Space, just like Samsung's A series of phones, which is like the baby brother of the S series of phones. The A8 comes in at a budget-friendly price of $40 or about 190 Malaysian ringgit, and is half the price of the Space headphones. So if you're interested in getting these headphones, do check out my links in the description below. So to be honest, looks-wise, I think the Soundpeats A8 is a winner. Comparing it to its bigger brother, the A8 has a slimmer profile, have a more audiophile headphone shape. With these headphones, you're still getting the same old-school headphones design, which is nothing new, like the Sony XM5 by Sony. And at the top of the headphones is simple plastic casing with no branding there, and also a foam headrest here to rest your head here. And this is also not memory foam and is mostly a simple foam piece. So the headphones does stretch pretty nicely with no creaks or cracking, and the headphones ear cups are also tilting, rotating and swiveling, which makes sure it sits comfortably on your head. So the extension arms here comes with 11 small clicks for you to extend your headphones to fit different head sizes. And the construction here is all plastic, no metal here. And if you notice, even the inside of the headphones are not covered up and you can see the cable running through, which is the budget aspect of these headphones. So on the ear cups here, you can still get the offset Soundpeats logo, very aesthetically pleasing, and the logo on the black headphones here. What we get here is also finished in a nice silver color, which looks really good. So the fortunate news here is the ear cups here is fully memory foam, and it's the slow rebound kind, so it's very comfortable. It molds to your head shape very nicely when you wear them. However, I do feel the size of the ear cups opening here a tad bit small for an over-ear headphones, and the edges actually wraps just nicely around my ears, so if you have bigger ears, so this might sit on the edge of your ears. So in terms of the weight, the headphone also comes in at the same weight as the Soundpeats Space, coming in at 264 grams, and it's pretty decent weight. That at least I won't feel too tired wearing them after long hours. So you get some controls on these headphones itself, but it's not very well thought out control scheme in my opinion, and I'm a little disappointed with Soundpeats here. Again, all the controls here you get are on the right ear cup. So starting at the top here, you're gonna get the volume rocker buttons here, which oddly does not act as a track skipping button, which is like the bare minimum that at least Soundpeats have been doing it for many years now, and sadly that is not available here. So no matter how you press it, long press it, it's strictly a volume button. So next to that is a multifunctional button that allows you to play or pause, turn on or off your headphones, and also to call your assistant. And lastly, next to that is also a ANC button that lets you toggle between the different ANC modes. So what's missing here is the gaming mode toggle, track skipping buttons, and also you cannot adjust this in the app as well. In terms of the ports, you're going to get a single Type-C charging port here, and that's about it. And there's also no 3.5mm auxiliary jack for you to use them wired. So battery life wise, you're not getting Soundpeats Space level performance, but it's still pretty good, and on a single charge you're getting about 70 hours of playback time, and that is without ANC or with LDAC feature turned on. So if you have ANC turned on, you drain about 30% faster, so roughly around 50 hours of battery. And if you use it with the LDAC mode, then you factor in another 30% faster draining, so at about 35 hours. And there is also a very good quick charging feature here. So quick 10 minutes charge will give you 12 hours of battery life without ANC. So let's talk a little bit about the volume here, because I experienced something odd with these headphones. Starting with the normal use on my iPhone, I get to a comfortable listening volume at about 50% volume, which is almost the same as the Soundpeats Space, and the loud volume comes in at only about 85% volume, which is only decently loud, and closer to 100% gets really loud. which is all good, but using it with my DAP player, the Hy-B R32, there are two problems that I found. So the first is with the volume, and maxing it out to 100%, I only get to a decently comfortable loud volume, somewhere around 40% volume level compared to my iPhone, which is frustrating because there is literally nothing I can do to make it louder. The second problem here is with the chipset, and in the marketing materials it says it comes with high-res audio wireless, with the LDAC codec support, but using it with my DAP player, I could not force it to switch to LDAC. No matter which mode that I try, it just doesn't go into LDAC and it only plays in AAC mode. So testing it with my other earbuds with LDAC, it switched immediately to LDAC with no problem, and not with the A8. And I'm wondering if this is again like the Soundpeats Space, where different region gets different spec headphones. But from my test, I know these headphones you can get in Malaysia comes with a Bluetooth 5.3 chipset, supporting AAC and SBC, because it shows up as AAC on my player. Again, same like the Soundpeats Space, there is no water resistant rating on these headphones, and I guess you'll probably not be using this in a gym, and so even if you want to sweat with these headphones, it wouldn't be much of a problem. So you're going to get the same 40mm titanium film dynamic driver with these headphones, and I guess it's something that Soundpeats wants to market. And finally, you're also going to get a 2-device multipoint, and the switching is pretty immediate with a soft fade out from one device to another, which is pretty nice. So you're going to get the Soundpeats app support here with these headphones, and the treatment inside the app is same as their other ranges of products. But I notice we're getting less and less from these apps, to the point I don't really see much value with them anymore. So at the homepage, you're going to get your standard headphones with the battery percentage at the top, and on the settings page, you get to set up and toggle your adaptive EQ or play around with the 9 EQ preset, and also the 10-band manual EQ to play around with as well. Below that is your ANC toggle and also a gaming mode toggle, and apart from that, you can also update your firmware, and that's about it. So there is also no control remapping feature in the app, which I desperately was looking for something so that I can actually skip my tracks with. So ANC on these headphones is also not the best in my opinion. Where the Soundpeats Space did well in most of the situations, the ANC on the A8 is mediocre at best. So with the low humming cabin noise or road noise test, honestly it did poorly, where I can still mostly hear the sound coming through. It probably lowered the overall environment noise by 30%, and even if I played with soft music playing, most of the sound still comes through. And swapping over to the cafe noise test, I thought that these headphones did almost nothing in my opinion, cutting out probably 20% of the environment noise. And to be honest, the simulated background noise is honestly nowhere near as a real noisy cafe sound, and it didn't even manage with this soft music play. So wind noise here is pretty normal, where you still get some buffering of wind, not that much. Transparency mode here does feel natural, with the headphones sound like they are open and you can hear your environments, and it doesn't have any amplification, but you still need to pause your music if you want to talk to someone with it. And with that, I'm rating the Soundpeats A8 a mediocre 6.4 out of 10. So sound quality on these headphones is pretty basic and doesn't have a big sound profile to shout about. Overall, you're getting pretty good emphasis for the mids and highs type of sound signature. So starting with the bass performance, here you will be getting a basic sub-bass performance with not a lot of low-end rumble. You will slightly hear the sub-bass rumble here, but nothing you can feel. With the mid-bass performance, most of the time you're getting a pretty flat performance here as well. I think these headphones are not tuned well towards the lower end frequencies. So mid vocals here are good and clear, very forward, and you don't hear them hiding behind instruments. And most times, this is the frequency you hear most of the time with these headphones. So along with the highs, these two frequencies are the ones that you get most out from these headphones, where the highs are sparkly, clear, with very good reproduction of hi-hats and cymbals. And as much as I like Soundpeats headphones and earbuds sound signature in the past, I'm not sure what's going on here with some of their newer headphones. And to be honest, the A8 sounds very underwhelming in my opinion. So this is a test to see if the Soundpeats A8 is a good headphones for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is to turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect from these headphones. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. So latency performance here is very good with gaming mode turned on. With the 65 milliseconds of latency performance, you're most likely not going to see any delay when gaming in real time. For example, if you play games like PUBG, and watching movies and videos on these headphones is also lag-free. So anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance of these headphones. So overall, I'm not going to fuss too much about $40 headphones. It does its job well, perhaps over-promise on some of the features and not being able to force it into running LDAC mode. Apart from that, there are some quirks here and there which I feel Soundpeats could do better. For me, I'm going to say that there are nicer headphones out there for the same kind of price point, such as the Halo S35 or S30 that you can also check out. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash that thumbs up button, share this video everywhere. If you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.